Hello Virgo, I'm Maritza of the Sibyl Heart, and welcome to your monthly Taroscope reading. Just as a bit of a reminder, please do not use these readings to replace health, financial, or legal advice. And please do take whatever resonates and leave what doesn't. And, you know, these readings are usually like a casual conversation. The full disclaimer will be in the description box. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. So, what messages do you have for Virgo? What message or messages do you have for Virgo? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to fix something. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, so just looking at these three cards, there's a thought that comes to mind that's like you're doing too much too fast, and you're in a moment where you're caught in a situation that makes you feel like you're it makes you feel like you are back to where you started, or like it feels like you're in the beginning stages of something. But I get the sense of like you have this feeling like you're struggling a bit, but you're still excited about the potential. Like once you get the hang of things and learn the ropes, you are excited about what that could look like when you have learned everything and this has become second nature, whatever it is. It's so, even though you feel like you're at square one, you are excited about the potential of something. And it's the potential of like, ooh, what's my life going to look like after, I get really good at this or something. Okay, then we have the Hermit, which is Virgo. So that's a good sign, I think. We have the Three of Wands, and we have the Death card. We have Scorpio. So I'm looking at the Page of Wands and the Hermit card, and they look very similar, but they're facing each other. They're facing the opposite direction. And I feel like the Hermit card is saying now hold on. Don't get too carried away with the idea of what your life could look like. Like, kind of, this is this type of situation that you have to go through one day at a time and not really think about what the future could look like, because it can actually hinder your progress. But I feel like with the Three of Wands, like, you can think about, well, you can think about whatever you want, really. You have free will. But, like, I feel like the Three of Wands is saying, like, okay, you can think about your future. You can think about what you want your life to look like with this situation in your life. But don't let it get carried away. Because then that'll mean death of the situation that you are in right now, and the situation is actually a very good thing for you. But if you let the ideal escape from you and let it become bigger than it should become, then your progress forward will be more difficult than you can see. And with the Death card, it's like, this is it kind of re-emphasizes the fact that you are at a beginner stage, but like, you're at a beginner stage where previously you were at a more advanced or like expert level stage. But now you've kind of turned over a new leaf, and so what that means is that you have to learn new things. You have to learn new ropes, essentially. So you had to end something to have this new beginning. And so you had to sacrifice what you already knew in order to be at a stage where you can learn new things. And so that the Death card is sort of kind of is re-emphasizing the fact that this was a necessary change to help your life feel new again. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, things were going well enough, but they weren't really going anywhere. Maybe maybe you were stuck in a dead end, or I can't really think of any examples, but like, and that was why you needed to turn over a new leaf, in a sense. Okay, then for the final two cards, we have the Ten of Wands and the Temperance card. So the Ten of Wands, of course, means like a heavy burden. So starting over, it can be really difficult, and it will feel like a mistake at first because of how difficult it can be. But you just have to keep going, and the more you progress in this new stage in life, the better it will get. Also, you when you made your decision to turn over that new leaf, that also meant that you have to carry the responsibility of having to learn or relearn the ropes of your life, essentially. And with the Temperance card, like this new stage in life was something that you needed. It was not only just like a new environment, but it also cleansed you spiritually. It was like it gave you a sense of being able to redo certain aspects of your life in a different way and manage them differently than you previously had. It's also a card of it's a card of like harmony and inclusivity. So like maybe you're becoming more and more open to different situations. The thing that comes to mind is that you're becoming less judgmental and less critical of others. And I feel like that's a good thing for Virgo, because Virgos are naturally critical. And not in like they could be giving criticism in a bad way, of course, but if they're fully in their shadow, Virgo shadow, but it's like a natural part of themselves that they criticize it's, what's the term? Constructive criticism, usually. And it's not in a way, it's not meant to judge, but, of course, depending on the person receiving the criticism, it can feel that way. So, I feel like with the Temperance card, it's like this is your chance to be more this is your chance to be less critical and more open-minded to the variety of ways that lives can manifest for people, and like their experiences and how they and how every person interprets their experiences in different ways. You are now able to feel like you can become more accepting of that. Well, in terms of astrology, we have Jupiter with the Wheel of Fortune. And with Jupiter, so with Jupiter, we want to think about the expansion of the mind. Well, the expansion in all sorts of ways, but Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of the mind. It's the planet of the thinking process, communication. So Virgo is going through a period of a very mercurial expansion. Which could indicate an expansion of opening up to different perspectives. Then we have the fire signs with the Page of Wands, which is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. We have Virgo with the Hermit. We have Scorpio with the Death card. And we have Sagittarius with the Temperance card, which is ruled by Jupiter. So that was why I was like, oh, whoa. And we have Sagittarius already with the Page of Wands. So Sagittarius is going to be extremely important. So I keep looking at the Hermit card because the Hermit's lamp is really drawing my attention for some reason. Like I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, so one thing I am thinking, it's kind of like a warning, like be careful not to get too caught up in details, like be careful not to, like, it's what is it? It's like it's like be careful not to get too caught up or entangled in small details that kind of really don't matter. But it's going to be difficult for you to let go, especially because you're a Virgo and you're very detail oriented. So that might be a new a new thing that you need to include. But also you have to be careful about the details that you let go of, because they could be very important details, but that's like very situational, and you have to use your analytical skills. Yeah, I get the sense that this is going to be there's going to be a situation, especially in the beginning of whatever the situation is, where there's going to be a lot of detail, and some of it, probably most of it, isn't going to be too important, but there are going to be details that are extremely important, and you might have to learn as you go about which details are the important ones and which ones can kind of just be let go of and allowed to play out the way that they do in the situation. So, and then, yeah, so that's going to cause you to have to be more relaxed in your natural criticism, constructive criticism, because of those details that don't really matter, that kind of like can take care of themselves essentially. But then also the details in which you like actually need some guidance, you're going to have to learn which ones are the important ones, and it's not something that you can know about right away. It's like something you kind of have to observe and see how they play out. Like it's like hindsight is 20/20, right? So that's going to be like the way that you kind of figure things out. So you're not going to know the correct answer right away. And I feel like Virgos absolutely hate that, but it's the way that things are going to play out. So you're going to have to wait and see how things happen, and then kind of like decide, okay, if this is going to happen. It's like one of those things that is a recurrent thing. Especially if it's like a job, it's like a workplace thing, a job. I feel like with the Temperance card, ultimately, you're going to feel like this is the way that it's supposed to happen. But you're not going to know that until you're in it. And it's going to feel really strange to your usual, like, very structured lifestyle. Yeah. I feel like that is the reading for Virgo today. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.